That's right. It's the 8:05 post-show here at the Lexus Trestles Pro presented by Outerknown. Day number 1 of competition. Ethan Ewing. He's on his way to the round of 16. Had to survive the elimination round, however, for Double E, but he's clear sailing into the round of 16 as we wrap up the day here on the set at Lower Trestles. And we got a special guest for you. Welcome, Connor Coffin, along with the fabulous Rosie Hodge. And I'm going to start with you, Ro. We had a wonderful day. I mean, I think the waves exceeded expectations. We had some upsets. We had some hard heats. We had some excellent scores. It was a full range of emotions for me today. Oh,
it was a lucky packet. Well, I mean, you're just talking about the swell that we agreed with this morning. I mean, such pristine conditions at lowers. It was highly high-performance waves throughout the day. There were some tough patches here and there, but I think the competitors really rose to the occasion. We saw, you know, both rounds of opening rounds and a couple of elimination heats go down, so a full day of action. What was your favorite moment, Connor?
There was a lot of good moments.
Give me a few of them. We'll go through a few of them.
Oh, shoot. I think that last heat, I mean, I love the way Ethan served, so that was fun to see. Griffin blew up earlier. Kanoa served well. It was fun to see Kelly ride a few waves. And then the women's, Caity served really well. And then Betty, though, taking that heat out was sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
She was ripping.
You know what was cool to me? To see the Big Brew do really well out there. We're talking about number 1 on the leaderboard, Jordy Smith, in the opening round. There's George. He's saying, where's my yellow jersey? He's coming up against a local in the way of Crosby Colapinto, seen here, as well as Dimitri Poulos, our wild card into this event. Rosie, what do you thought about this heat?
It was insane. I mean, Crosby actually got the highest wave of the heat, the 6.67 on that opening ride, and Jordy had to fight back, and cool to see Jordy open up on his backhand and get a couple scores.
Yeah. He says Connor, actually, he needed a 6.32 to turn this heat. At the end, he got a 6.33.
Oh my gosh. This way right here, yeah, I was driving down, sitting in LA traffic, trying to be a safe driver and pay attention at the same time to the heat. So I kind of missed this way, but Jordy's been on fire and just amazing to see him. 18 years on tour, number 1 in the world here at Trestles, where he's won, I think, 2 times?
Yep.
Yeah. Double winner here. And actually, correction, he needed a 5.32. I gave him an extra point. And he got a 5.33. But regardless, exciting moment for the happy-go-lucky leader veteran in the way of Jordy Smith straight into the round of 16.
Yeah, it was rad. That was Dimitri's first heat on the CT. So pretty cool as a wild card here in California. It's good to see someone from the 805 holding it down.
Yeah, the 805. The 805 Surf Club, by the way. You want to check that out anywhere you get your podcasts. I just gave you a plug right in the middle of the 805 post show.
Yeah, we just dropped one with Keith Malloy today, actually. So check that out where you get podcasts. Anywhere, YouTube, WSL.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Uncle Keith, he's the man. So
tune in.
Yeah.
All right, well, check this out. Everybody came to the beach, and I was anticipating this heat because anytime the GOAT comes to an event, the crowds turn out. I'm talking about Kelly Slater coming up against Barron, Mamiya, Rosie.
So fun to see. I mean, anytime that Kelly hits the water, the crowd on the beach is so engaged in what's happening. It almost triples. There's just everyone's down here, fan of Kelly Slater. Cool to see him go up against Barron Mamiya because they've had such great battles in the past. Kelly actually mentioned in his post-heat interview that his 2022 heat against Barron Mamiya was a really meaningful one for him and really set him on that path to win that Pop Masters.
Yeah, Barron, Connor, had to turn to the lefts to find some scores.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly had him kind of back against the wall there at the beginning of the heat, staying busy and surfing well, and then Barron got that left and sort of turned the momentum, but he held it down till the end right there until he got this wave, and he just missed the wave before it, which actually worked out because this one was really clean and let him land a couple nice rail turns. It was probably the cleanest, smoothest wave of the heat. So
yeah. This was a 6.1 to turn the heat, Rosie.
Yeah, just, I mean, Barron's looking so sharp. We saw him win an event this season, and then also, I mean, we've been talking about it, and we're going to have to catch up with him about the injury to his knee, but I'm really hoping that he can just pull himself right and see himself in the round of 16 competing.
Yeah, that's right. We will fill you in on more on Barron Mamiya and the extent of that injury. When we get that information, we'll pass that information along to you. We can pass this information on. Barron's in the round of 16 with a defeat over Kelly Slater.
Did he hurt his wave on that? Hurt his knee on that wave?
Yeah, those last two turns on that closing wave. So we will, again, we're going to update you when we find out more information, and we're wishing the best to Barron Mamiya. We also are really happy to see some great rail surfing that's going to be coming our way in the round of 16. The final winner of the day, Ethan Ewing. Let's hear from Ethan. He's with Mitchell Salazar.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry, we were just chatting off air right here. Ethan, congratulations with a fantastic way to finish off the day. Alejo pushed you right there towards the tail end, but you had the highest wave of the heat. But activity seemed like the name of the game in that one. How'd you feel out there in the 30 minutes that you had?
For sure, yeah. Alejo's like a, really like a veteran and knows the game and super good surfer. So I knew it was going to be a tough heat, and this morning was kind of rough. I didn't get as many opportunities as I liked, so I was kind of bummed on that. But yeah, I just wanted to just ride waves and do my thing.
And doing this instead of the finals here at this venue, like how cool is it just to free up and know it's a regular season event right here at Lowers?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like the last few years I've loved coming here, but it's just a different feel now, like mid-season coming here. I love this wave, and everyone's been treating me really good. So yeah, just love being here and looking for a big result. So let's get it going.
Yeah, first one of the year was obviously, could have come here, but looking at the rest of the calendar, Brazil made the final there, you won at J-Bay, and Tahiti's kind of the wild card. Just expectations heading into Fiji and potentially your first World Championship?
Of course, yeah, it's always a goal. I got some good people around me, and just excited just to surf good waves and just keep working hard.
Thanks, my brother. Mexican food tonight on me.
Let's do it. Thanks, mate.
Kaipo?
All right, yeah, Ethan Ewing. Connor, your thoughts on Ethan surfing here at Lower Trestles?
Ethan's surfing everywhere is some of my favorite to watch, I think, on the whole tour. Just how smooth he is, how powerful and polished, and I think he definitely has, if not the best rail game on tour right now. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Love to watch him everywhere.
Yeah, I think you're a fan, but also a practitioner, because you had some of the best rail game also out here at Lower Trestles. So you're actually complimenting someone that is in your same kind of genre, I would have to say, as a surfer.
Oh, thanks, Kaipo. Yeah, I mean, that's the surfing that I love. So I guess obviously I gravitate towards that. But Ethan's definitely taking it to a whole nother level these days, and just so fun to watch. And that he had with Felipe, was it this last finals out here? It was just, I was glued to the couch on that one.
Yeah. Rosie, with Ethan Ewing, we're talking about someone who's outside of that. It has to do some work right now to get to that final five. This is going to be a pivotal event for Double E.
Oh, definitely. And we have seen that narrative kind of shake up. I mean, Felipe is not in the final five just yet. Barron Mamiya, he's filling in some spots there. So, Ethan's got room to move now and make a charge for that final five, because he was so consistent at the start of the season, kind of dropped down in that Aussie treble. So I'd like to see him, make a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we're switching gears right now again, because we're talking about the women, and there was an impressive heat. It was a stacked heat. I'm talking about opening round, heat number 3. Caity Simmers, the defending champ, local girl Sawyer Lindblad, and Sakura Johnson. Look at this stacked heat, Ro.
Every single heat is insane at the moment. I mean, these women are just turning it on. I love seeing Bettylou Sakura Johnson just after that win on the Gold Coast, just back herself up here at Lowers. She's obviously had really great results at the amateur level, but good to see Championship Tour caliber surfing at this event.
Looking good on those mayhems, Connor.
Yeah, she looks great. I mean, she's been surfing well all year, and it just had a hard time, I guess, getting the results early on, but big click there early for her, and looks like she's carrying the momentum right into Lowers. And local girl here, I mean, she surfs amazing. Matt makes great boards for Lowers, obviously. Makes great boards, period, but everyone always on Lowers just looks like they have that edge on their equipment out here. So
it was actually a stacked field. So the final 3 heats of the opening round for the women, 6 Mayhem riders in those final 3 heats. Here's how the numbers shook out. It's going to be Sakura straight to the quarterfinals, Rosie.
Yeah, insane numbers right there. And to beat, probably the favorites, Simmers, obviously the reigning world champ, Sawyer Lindblad, local out here, like you mentioned, Connor. So really big kind of feather in the hat of Bettylou Sakura Johnson.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to what the future brings, and what the future brings for us. We always have to call up our friends over at Surfline for their forecast. They were spot on for today. Let's see what they have brewing down south, Connor. Look at those purple blobs moving down there.
Oh, is that real time?
Yeah, here's a filling in swell.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty pump in South Swell coming this weekend. I know that just from paying attention to what we have up our way, though, it's going to be a bit windy and some wind swell, which we'll be crossing up with that down here, which isn't ideal for lowers, but at least we're going to have a solid south swell running.
Yeah, there you go for the 4 days, Ro.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow is looking really exceptional with that 4 to 7, so a little bit more energy out in the lineup. And then the weekend, like you mentioned, Connor, that's looking so great. It's just about picking the right day. Can only run one of the weekend days, so we really got to pick it.
Yeah, we got to. Thank you to Surfline for all of that data that we get. Another 805 rider and someone that has been really impressive surviving the cut, gaining momentum. I'm talking about Lakey Peterson. And Lakey has a tour take, and let's hear what Lakey has to say about lower trestles.
What's up, guys? It's Lakey Peterson, and this is my tour take on the Trestles Pro. The prestige of lower trestles and kind of just the history of the wave is obviously that it's one of the best waves in California, and it's known for sort of its just high performance skate park like vibe. You know, San Clemente and trestles in general take a lot of the spotlight for California surfing, and there is a lot of surf culture and history in terms of American surfing, you know, at trestles and in the San Clemente area. Trestles is primarily best in the summertime months because it breaks on south swells, so that's the time of year we really get the majority of our south swells. It has a really fun left, it has a really fun right. Both ways you can kind of just tee off and do whatever you want. That's what makes it really fun to compete at as well. The inner froth comes out when you paddle into a really good wave out there and you don't have a crowd around. You can really just put your level of surfing to the ultimate test. Key tactics going into lowers would be to definitely attack the wave. It's so high performance, I think you want to come out guns blazing and try to have a variety of maneuvers. If it gives you the chance, go for an air. Like, I think for me it would be just go full attack mode on it. Trestles is one of those waves similar to bells. It can be very slow, so really understanding the day and how many waves are breaking in a heat and how to get yourself on that one good wave if that is the case. Late at lowers, I'll just be here at my house. Probably not do a whole lot. I probably would go for a surf down there anyways, make a coffee in my coffee machine. I'd watch some TV and make a good meal in my home. It's gonna be fun. It's obviously in California, which for me is awesome. I can have friends and family come down from Santa Barbara and watch and just feel like, you know, I'm at home a little bit, so I'm really looking forward to it.
There you go, Lakey Peterson, Connor, someone that you spend a lot of time with. Your thoughts on Lakey's surfing so far this year on tour?
Yeah, I've grown up with Lakey surfing at home in Santa Barbara since elementary school, so great to see her make the cut. She had her back up against the wall and pulled through under pressure. We were rooting for her, so super happy for her. And lowers is a wave she knows really well. She put on a great performance today with some big scores, and I think this is going to be a good event for her.
Yeah, I agree. She did put on a great show today. Well, gang, time for us to get into our Eero top 5 moments of today. Rosie, number 5 is a big build-up for a big guy. The powerhouse, Cole Hausman, came out swinging on the left.
Oh, a lot of energy, a lot of hype on the beach for Cole. This was a hard-fought heat for Cole to take this win. Kanoa Igarashi, he started out with an excellent score, so he really had to answer back with 2 of 7-point rides, or 6.8. Coupled with the 7. Just impressive hammer surfing.
Number 4, the yellow jerseys on Gabriela Bryan for a reason, and she took her style of power surfing, Connor, here to lowers.
Yeah, talk about rail surfing. Gabriela has been so impressive this year and is surfing so well, so consistent, but I've just been blown away by how much power she brings to every spot on tour. She's hurting the feelings of every wave everywhere.
Destroying waves. Absolutely abusing them with those front side carves, Ro.
Oh man, to open up with an 817 and back it up with the 7 is just insane. She looks so comfortable as the number 1 seed, and she's growing with confidence with every heat that she surfs.
It's rad to see a new face in that position too. You know, I feel like for so long the women was Chris and Steph just dominating, and it's really fun to see her. And Italo is always going crazy.
Yeah, he's number 3, Air Italo. What?
Standard.
Like, no big deal. My board would break in half if I tried to land an air like that.
The spin, the connectivity. He's just like, he's having fun out there, throwing a Superman, by the way, Ro.
Oh, I love it. I love the energy that he brings coming into the beach. He's like, I can go left, I can go right. I love it all. And then I almost saw him visibly vibrating, asking Reynos for another coffee. The guy is so highly caffeinated at all times.
Number 2, Lakey Peterson, Connor, and her performance. This is what we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look at just solid surfing. Lakey has a great backside, which on tour or regular foots, you don't really get to see that all the time. So there was some good lefts today, and they were scoring well, which sometimes they don't at lowers. So Lakey put together a great heat and looks right at home here at lowers.
Congrats, Lakey. And number 1, hometown hero, Griffin Colapinto, Ro. Swinging the mayhem around, throwing it into the air. What can't he do?
He didn't even break a sweat, I feel like, because catching up with him on the glass, you know, he was just feeling so comfortable and confident. And this was a tricky heat. I think it was, Joel Vaughan and Ethan Ewing in the mix on this one. And yeah, Griffin looked incredibly comfortable out there and dangerous.
What a great day. What a great day. Final thoughts, Connor.
Just fun to be down here. Good to catch up with everyone, and thank you guys for having me. It's nice to have lowers back, I think, as a surf fan. It's great to watch the whole tour surf out here. So, yeah, thanks for having me.
What about you, Ro?
Oh, sick day. I want to just keep rolling. We're going to hopefully see more competition tomorrow. Can't wait to find out.
That's right. So remember, check out Cold Beer Surf Club, wherever you get your podcast with this man right here. And check out worldsurfleague.com, 7:45 a.m. California time for the call to see if we get going. Enjoy the end of the day highlights and aloha.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a sticker. This is a hold up. Start asking you questions. I start to pick up the pace. Saw you under the stage lights, standing next to Frank's wife. Not gonna give you an out. Not gonna give you a choice.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.